There you go. That is my finished look for tonight. I'm really excited about tonight. Still don't know what I'm wearing, but I guess you'll see because I'm going to add some footage from tonight so you can see what was going on and what this whole show was about because I've been so excited about it. I'm back with another educational beauty video, and in today's video it's a get ready with me for Grwm Dubai. It's a really exciting place that I'm so excited for you guys to see because I'm actually going to take you guys with me after you've seen my whole makeup look. Now if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And don't forget, I'm over on Instagram too, so please do come and say hi there. Now let's head straight into this video. I'm really excited about this get ready with me because I'm going somewhere exciting tonight that I've never been before and I can't wait. I'm going to Grwm Dubai tonight and my sister's in town, which you've probably seen over on my other vlog channel because she's all over that at the moment. And we hired a private yacht today, so it's been quite a long day. Even though I'm tired from it, I'm really kind of refreshed and excited about tonight. I think it's because I know that this place is going to be amazing and I've heard so much about it. It's basically a place where you go. Did I mention I'm going Grwm Dubai? Yeah, I think I already mentioned that. But basically you go, you eat, and there's like, it's a theatrical dinner. So there's performances, acrobats, everything going on around you. And apparently it's supposed to be like literally so much fun. So I'm so excited about it because my sister is here as well and her husband's here. So we're going like a couple's evening out. Let's get ready. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be wearing tonight. So that's why I want to go for a makeup look, which I know is going to go with anything. Because sometimes I have those days where I know what I'm going to wear and then I not match it because I don't like matching makeup, but you know, do it according, like it complements the outfit. But I genuinely do not know what I want to wear tonight. And I'm kind of feeling like I want to wear something super comfortable. So let's get started. Now, my skin is probably a little bit dry, especially from today. So first thing I'm going to do is put some niacinamide on. I'm using my Sturm, the Better Be Niacinamide Serum. I use this during the day. This stuff is amazing for minimizing my pores, and it's like this. Let me show you. It's just like a little bottle like that. And I'm just going to smooth this over. Yeah, I can feel my skin's a bit dry because I've been out in the sun all day. So I'm going to use my Wind Medina Dew moisturizer today because I know my skin is feeling dry, so I need that kind of extra hydration, and this is great for that. Like, this is specifically for people who feel like they have kind of combination to dry skin or it's very dehydrated. It's got hyaluronic acid, it's got rose water, it's very plumping. And I feel like when I use this moisturizer, like my skin straight away feels like super hydrated, and it stays like that. And it does actually last for 72 hours, the hydration. So that's pretty good. I kind of just feel like I need this today. Now my skin just does not feel dry at all. Now, because my skin is feeling so dry from being out on the yacht all day, I'm going to be also using my Wind Oasis Veil. It's a reviving glow mist. You guys have seen me use this a million times. This stuff is pretty good. You use it under makeup and you can also use it over makeup. So I like to kind of like apply this over my moisturizer and then carry on with my makeup look. And then I will use it right at the end too. Hopefully, if I remember. I'm sure I will. So this is just going to give me that. I just realized midway I should not talk while I'm spraying that. It's going to give me that kind of boost of hydration. It's great for dehydrated, dull skin. And it has vitamin C in there, vitamin B5, hyaluronic acid, prickly pear, like all those little things that actually do give you that boost of hydration and that radiance. So now I'm going to let this settle down. I need this to kind of like just dry a little bit. I mean, you can already see like there's that natural glow there. Obviously I won't go out like this, but I mean, you know, it does have that kind of like natural kind of healthy glow to it. Okay, I'm going to use my concealer. I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape and just buffing that in with my beauty blender. This is going to give me a really nice base ready for whatever eye makeup I want to do. Just going to get a little bit of my banana powder and then just press on top. This is going to lock it all in. And I'm just dusting away that powder. So now that we've done that, we can actually do whatever eye look we want to do, because this is kind of like how I prime the eyes. So I'm priming it. I'm also giving it a really nice even finish so that it doesn't look patchy underneath, and it's just the perfect kind of base for whatever eye makeup you decide to do. Now I'm going to finish off the rest of my base before I do my eye makeup, because I'm not going to go with an eyeshadow look. I want to go with something I used to do all the time and I absolutely love. It's just like a really nice kind of thick eyeliner, winged liner look. So I'm going to do that. Now before I actually apply my concealer on my under eyes, because my skin's feeling quite dehydrated and it's had, you know, it just feels like the sea was pretty rough today. So I feel like we were kind of banged around a lot because the guy had to like turn around and take us to the calmer like side because it was a bit windy. So I am kind of like feeling just, you know, my skin just feels a bit rough. So I'm going to use my Hydro Grip primer from Milk Makeup, and this is for the eyes, and this is actually really good if you suffer from a lot of kind of lines on the under eye area. So I'm just smoothing this over, and then I'm going to pat this in. Now, I always like to make sure there is no excess product on the eye area. If you don't pat this in properly and it just dries like that, it actually becomes a thick film. That's not just this product, this is any product. So even your eye cream, you need to make sure that you've kind of blended it in, and I don't mean rubbed it in so that your skin feels dry again, enough that there isn't a kind of uneven amount anywhere, because when it dries up it goes a bit kind of, it can end up peeling off when you start putting your makeup on. So always make sure that it's kind of like smoothed on the under eye area properly. Like this outer section here, usually we smooth here and then we let go. What I want you to do is just smooth all the way across, because you want to make sure it just kind of blends in a bit. It doesn't leave like a big amount, like a large, it doesn't leave a lot there. That just didn't even make sense. But do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just going to make sure there's no kind of excess product anywhere, but I'm also not being rough with my skin. Now I'm just applying my under eye concealer. I'm pretty tanned now, I feel like, because I've been out in the sun a lot. So I'm using my Born This Way by Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and this is Warm Beige. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I always pull this out when I get tanned, right? And you know I'm always happy when I get to the point where I can use this, because I love this concealer, but it's not as amazing as Shape Tape for the under eyes, but I do like it for the rest of the face, because it's just like a good color. And it doesn't dry as kind of much as the Shape Tape. The Shape Tape is great for the under eye area, but for everywhere else on the face, I feel like it's a bit much. So I'm just gonna like blend this in, just buff it in first. And then I'm gonna go and do my under eye area. I also feel like this concealer is a bit kind of more hydrating for my skin than the Shape Tape. So for everywhere else on the face, I feel like it fits in perfectly. Now, let's buff this in. I'm going to use my Soft Sculpt Stick. Soft Sculpt Stick. I don't know why I can't say that. My Soft Sculpt Stick. Oh my gosh. This is one of those things where, you know, where they say this really fast and you just can't do it. Soft Sculpt Stick. That was like slower than the first time. Okay, I'm going to use this. This is by Makeup by Mario, and it's got a brush on the other end. This is the shade Dark, and I do really like this. So I'm going to just apply this in certain areas. Let's get this brush and then just kind of buff this into the hairline there. So remember, that's always got to be into the hairline. And then I just kind of like keep pressing and flicking. It blends really easily, right? You can see how easily this blends in. So the brush is way too big for my nose area, so I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion brush, because it has a small brush on one side and then a larger one on the other side. So the small side is perfect for my nose. Anyway, we've done our kind of contouring, our underpainting. I'm going to go over with my foundation now. I'm using my Tarte Face Tape today in 47S. I've got that at the back of my hand. I'm just going to like start buffing this into my face. So I always go on my forehead first, and then I kind of carry it over the under eye area, and the same on this side. So I'm kind of pretty uniform with what I do. Like I do like to go in a particular order, just because I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit more, it sounds silly, but a bit more organized. I know I'm gonna get the best finish if I follow a certain kind of routine. Like if I just start randomly putting foundation on my face, like it's not gonna be, you know, you're less likely to get that really nice, even, seamless finish. Always drag it into the neck area to avoid that mask look. The great thing is I've really moisturized underneath. So I feel like I don't have to worry about my skin feeling dry, because it's still, even though I've got my foundation on now, it still feels really hydrated. That's kind of like my base more or less done. I'm gonna set it with my powder now. Okay, I've got my banana powder and my powder puff. I'm gonna just press it on the under eye here. So I've got it in my hand. I press the powder puff on top, and then I go on my under eye area. That's the first place I do it, then I do it everywhere else. You can either just put it on everywhere or just follow a certain kind of pattern. Now what I do is immediately, I don't let that sit to bake. I get my brush, which is my veil brush from Hourglass. I dust everything off other than my under eyes. Then I get my Real Techniques brush and I dust on my under eyes. Now, I don't really let that sit to bake. The only time that sits is just while I'm literally brushing the face area off, and that's it. Because I do feel like when you leave it to sit there and bake, it becomes more and more cakey. I'm just gonna like get a wet wipe and clean my brows, because I feel like there's just like so much makeup on there at the moment. And if you leave that like that and then you do your brows, you'll feel like it just looks weird and you get all this like makeup stuck. I'm gonna get my Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. Now I'm gonna use this to just kind of almost like coat my brow hair, but also I'm gonna press it upwards in a minute, and it's gonna help to set it too. So you can see, I'm just gonna press it upwards. So I got these brushes sent to me by BK Beauty, and they are so soft, like so soft. They sent me quite a few, and this is a really great one to apply foundation with, which I'm going to use these in a future video to really show you, but I really like the size of some of them. This is a really good size. Like I really like that. This is another one that I love because it's just, oh, it's such a good size. That's really good for like highlight and things. That's 108. I'm gonna use my Dior Lip Glow Oil. My lips are a little dry. Okay, I've got my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Now I am gonna shape my brows. So I'm just gonna kind of like outline them. And I want them quite thick today. So I always do the underside first. And I like it to be pretty straight here and then a slight curve and then straight again. I don't like them to be round or too pointy. I'm just going to lightly go along the top to make sure it's kind of like parallel with the bottom lines. This is my Anastasia brow pen in dark brown, and this is where I literally am just going to kind of draw hairs in. Just like feather strokes upwards from that bottom line, because what that does is it actually fills that area in, but also gives, you know, a nice feathered kind of hair stroke look. So what I do next is I just get my pencil again, and then I just kind of like sharpen the underside of my brow and just fill it in anywhere I feel like it needs a bit more kind of color. There you go, my brows are done, nice and thick. That's how I wanted them today. Now I'm gonna use my eyeliner. I'm using my It's Cosmetics Hero Liner. I'm gonna start by applying it really close to my lash line. And just do kind of like a base liner to start with. Right, I've taken it to the end of the eye there. I'm gonna do like a flick. I want it slightly upwards, but not too curved. There, I've got that nice thin flick there. Now what I wanna do is kind of like fill that in, or kind of like outline. Just like do that upper part of the flick. And now I'm gonna fill that in. Okay, we've got a rough idea there. It's not good enough for me because I feel like it's a bit kind of thin. I want that nice thick look, but this has given me a good base to go with, right? So now I can start thickening it up. But the good thing is, because we've got that thin eyeliner underneath, we've got something to follow and make sure we don't go crazy. See how we're slowly kind of thickening it? I just drag the end out just to be kind of like, you know, just to give it that faded look. I'm kind of happy with that. That's the kind of look I wanted. That's that really nice thick liner look that I wanted. I am going to be honest, sometimes when I've put my lashes on, it kind of distorts the shape of the eyeliner. You may have found that too, that when you put false eyelashes on top, all of a sudden the eyeliner shape looks a little bit different. It's usually just because the strip is kind of pulling on part of the like lash, the actual skin, which changes the shape of the eyeliner. It's not a big deal. All you need to do, you don't need to change the lash application. Keep it on how it is. If it's stuck down and it's secure, then that's great. Just go ahead and kind of adjust it with your eyeliner afterwards. Now I am gonna do the other eye and then we're gonna add some lashes. That's our initial base done. Now we're gonna do the flick. I've got to make sure it's the same as the other side, so you know, like symmetrical. Next, I'm going to use my Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara, and I'm just going to like coat my lashes with this. I am going to be putting on false lashes, but I always cut them so that it's like either like a quarter of the lash or it's like half lash. So I still need to make sure that mascara is kind of on my lashes and it's a decent mascara. See, this is a really good mascara for evening. Like even if you didn't want to put lashes on, it's pretty good. Like it gives you that really nice kind of like intense black, thick lash look. I don't know why, but sometimes when I put mascara on, it makes me want to sneeze, and it's literally the worst time ever. Now, while that's kind of drying, I'm going to do the rest of my face, just kind of sculpt it. I'm using my One Size Made for Shade in medium dark. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 107 brush. It's the perfect size for this. And I'm using the top shade out of the palette. We're going to just start from this area here. So from the kind of top of the ear. I do feel like when you use the One Size Made for Shade palette, you need to kind of like, you obviously dab the brush in, you've got to take it off on the back of your hand because otherwise you get a whole load of color there. That's just like a little FYI. Okay, can you see how this is just, this brush is so soft, by the way. These are really good face brushes. Now I like to have, well today I do anyway, I want to have a little bit of a kind of nice kind of curve in my cheek. And then I go close to my hairline and this kind of just contours my face. I think I'm going to take some video for you guys tonight, you know, so you can see what tonight is like, because I'm super excited about it. I honestly am, because I was going to go, well, last month I think, and then I don't know what happened and I couldn't make it, so it's kind of been delayed. But it's going to be good because now my sister's here too, so it's going to be just fun. I'm going to get the 206 brush from BK Beauty using the same color, just the tip. And I'm going to do my nose contour quickly, just a little V at the bottom. And then a kind of upside down V. You're kind of like drawing a little kind of diamond. And then just straight on the sides of the nose, like the sides of the bridge of the nose. Okay, I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, and I'm using the shade Matte 8 and my 207 brush from BK Beauty. And I just want to basically put this into my lower lashes. Rather than go all the way across, I like to kind of just go like small movements so that the eyeshadow doesn't like kind of all of a sudden just go everywhere. I'm going to apply my lashes. I'm using my Nina Lash, which I love, and I'm going to use my Huda Beauty glue. Okay, this is about ready to go on, so I'm just going to kind of like also put this on. Well, let me just quickly put it on and I'll carry on. So I am just basically applying this kind of like near the end of the lash. These lashes are honestly so easy to put on. Like, I just want all of you to have a pair. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my lower lashes. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty lip contour in warm brown today. I want a bit more of a kind of like browny lip. Well, I want it to be like kind of almost like a deep peach, but like darker on the outline. I'm going to overline from the top and the bottom, but keep it on my actual lip line everywhere else. Okay, there's the lip line. I always use like, well, not always, but sometimes I use the Huda Beauty ones for evening because I feel like the pigment is so strong. It's a little bit too much for the day for me, but for the evening, it's great. Now, what I do is before I put my lipstick on, what I want to do is just kind of like soften this lip line because it is pretty kind of crazy, right? So this is what I mean. There's a lot of like product that actually transfers. I kind of wish it was a little bit kind of less because I actually really like this color, but it's just too much product comes out for the day, and all I'm doing is just like dragging it inwards. I think it's going to be a really late night tonight because you don't have to be there until 9:30, so like you can't get there earlier. So I think the performances start around 10 and I'm not too sure what time it finishes, but it must be pretty late, and I'm not really a late person. Like, I'm normally in bed by like 10. Because this is quite a kind of, you know, a lot of lip line, I am going to I've just blotted that. Now I'm going to use my Rare Beauty Lip Souffle in Brave. I absolutely love this colour. And you can keep reapplying this, like building it up if you want. I'm going to mix this in with my lip line. But I want the lip line to be a bit more visible than what it usually is during the day, which is why I've used this specific lip pencil. Put on a little bit more. There you go. That is my finished look for tonight. I'm really excited about tonight. Still don't know what I'm wearing, but I guess you'll see because I'm going to add some footage from tonight so you can see what was going on and what this whole show was about, because I've been so excited about it. I'm just going to finish off with a bit more of this, which is my Oasis veil. This is gonna just kind of like give me a bit more like kind of radiance and just kind of add some moisture, because obviously, like I mentioned earlier, my skin's feeling a little bit dry. I am really excited about tonight. It's just, I guess because like we don't really do, well, we do, but not that often. Like well, actually none of that came out right, but I actually love my sleep. So I have to have a decent amount of sleep, like 8 hours at least. And I don't like getting up late because I just feel groggy and weird. So I like to kind of make sure I'm in bed at a decent time to get a good night's sleep. So it's going to be a late one tonight, but my sister's over, so, you know, I've got a good excuse. And it's once in a while, you know, I don't mind doing this once in a while. I feel like this tonight is going to kind of make up for so many early nights, if that makes sense. You know, like if you're going to go out, I'd rather do something like what I'm doing tonight, because then I know it's going to be like an amazing night. It's not just going to a restaurant, eating, and then coming back and you're late. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I'm going to make it a late one, it needs to be something like tonight. And I don't even know what it's going to be like yet, but I'm really excited to show you guys as well. And yeah, so I guess onto the, you know, to the show, and yeah, I'll see you soon. I really do hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.